Hi, I'm Bee. Welcome to this week's Wreck This Journal. If you've seen my other Wreck This Journal videos, then you know that I am using this book as art prompts and experimentation. The first pages that I'll be working on today are pages 12 and 13. Stand here, wipe your feet, jump up and down. When I started my brainstorm, I started with the basic, footprint, shoe print, bee dance steps on the top of a honeycomb. And then I was like, well, maybe it could be footsteps on a Monopoly board or a clue board. And then I was like, well, with the word stand here, that doesn't necessarily need to mean feet. It could be like a music stand or a comedy stand or a mic stand or a plant stand or stand your ground or take a stand. There are so many different things that you can do with the word stand. But then when I was staring at these pages, I realized that stand here, wipe your feet, jump up and down is at the bottom of the page, kind of like a doormat. And I was like, what kind of house would have a doormat with instructions on it? A witch's house. And then because this is a witch's house, obviously, if you stand here, wipe your feet, jump up and down, that's going to lead you, when you open the door, it's going to lead you to like a spell or a portal. It's going to cause some sort of something to happen. And so I love that idea. Like I was playing with the idea and I was just trying to figure out what kind of porch, what kind of things would be on this witch's porch. And to determine that, I had to decide what kind of witch this would be. And I decided she was going to be a very friendly green witch. I wanted her to have drying herbs. I wanted her to have a cat and like a cozy porch swing. Obviously, she's going to have her traditional broom. The classics are the best for flying. The railing kind of looks like humans, but kind of doesn't. And so the local neighbor kids, there's like rumors going around that she's nice, but don't get on her bad side because then she'll turn you into her porch railing. Obviously, I wanted her to have some lavender, some sage, some rosemary, different flowers and things that she can use for her spells, as well as the candles. Obviously, is she even a witch if she can't float candles? I mean, really, I feel like that's the standard. I decided not to go with the typical black cat because, she isn't basic. You know, she isn't a stereotype. So she can have a nice calico tiger striped cat and have that be just fine. I also wanted her to have like moons on these posts and that they could be part of different type of magic rituals and they would have their own source of magic that they could be something that she could draw off of. And then for the door, I know I wanted it to be able to open and close, and obviously the inside was going to be a portal. But I was thinking that, obviously she's into cats and things like that, so her knocker is going to be like this gold cat knocker. And she has to have like a boarded door over the window because you can't, it would be perilous for somebody to look into the portal without first having achieved the transition of the spell. Other witches in the neighborhood, they already know how to work her portal. And so the dial on the front, they can turn it whatever direction they need to. So that way they can get to wherever they need to go. But I imagine there's like a safety guard that when a child or somebody who's not of age tries to mess with the dial, that cat door knocker comes alive and blinks at them or hisses at them or meows or does something to help steer the kids clear. So that way they're safe, because she cares about her community and she wants to make sure that though she has her magic, she wants to make sure that the children are safe. And you know me, I have to add a little bit of sparkle, a little bit more shimmer and shine. And so I had bought some tiny little brushes and they came with like gems and stones and it came with striping tape as well. And all of these things are just so sparkly and I'm really excited to use it in more of my pages. But it adds that special sparkle to this page and I think that because this is a magical themed page that sparkle, added a little something. And then of course I added those butterflies just to make the portal seem a little bit more whimsical and it's not a dangerous portal. It's just going to take you to your next destination, take you into the magical land. If you want to please the Paniverse, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. A new video is released every Monday. The next pages that I'll be working on today are pages 14 and 15. Pour, spill, drip, spit, fling your coffee here. For these pages, I was just going to let the coffee speak to me. Once I had spilt the water and splashed it around a bit and let it dry, I looked at the shape to see what it inspired to me. And I was seeing like a portrait with braids on this larger shape, and that made me think of Anne of Green Gables. And so I just kind of ran with it. This art project is definitely one that is trust the process as you go, because as you're painting, the colors are so dark, but as they dry, they fade and then therefore blend in. And after so many layers, the paper that I used was not absorbing any more pigment. Really, it was just, staying basically the same shade. So I only got like maybe 4-ish layers that I could adjust the pigment of the different areas. I wanted her to look a little poor, a little plain, but also still have that attractive quality to her. And then because I was thinking Anne of Green Gables, I was like, obviously, there's that hat that is in the books that, it's all ripped up, but she loves it and she puts a bunch of flowers in it. So that way, people won't look at the rips of the hat because the flowers will distract from that. And she feels like a queen, or whatnot, with all of these flowers in her hair. She was always able to take beauty from ugliness, and I love that, like that she's such an inspiring character because of that. And so these pages are kind of an homage to her. I took like a dark brown pencil and I just sketched over the top of that to help increase the contrast and help clarify what you can't see with this painting because of the lack of depth in the shadows. And so I just did a simple sketch over the top so that would be very clear. I love this paint style. I would love to try it with multiple colors on top of each other. Just seeing how the different colors spilled on top of each other, how they layer. If I can create something from that, I think that would just be really cute. In review, I completed pages 12 and 13, stand here, wipe your feet, jump up and down, and 14 and 15, pour, spill, drip, spit, fling your coffee here. I think both of these pages turned out really well. I'm proud of them both. I think they both have really great stories to tell, and I can't wait to see what we do next week. See y'all later. Bye.